were committed in building 28 modern concrete houses for the indigents across the country. We exceeded the target. We built more than we budgeted for, Mr. Speaker. This year, Mr. Speaker, in this year, we are aiming to build an additional 12 more this year. Not talking about the 100 that is to come in the next term of the administration. We'll be building an additional 12, Mr. Speaker, in the parishes of St. James, St. Elizabeth, St. Mary, and St. Andrew will benefit from 12 additional houses for the indigent across this country. This is a new dispensation, Mr. Speaker. We have brought pride and dignity to many Jamaicans who could not live in comfort, Mr. Speaker. I was in Portland last week, Mr. Speaker, with a member and the councillors. And here is a man who served this country as a member of the Jamaica Defence Force and was living in conditions that was not fit for a man who served this country. It was the administration of Andrew Holness. It was the vision of a caring government that has come to the rescue of the poor and destitute in this country. Mr. Speaker, we will continue to repair indigent housing this year. We will continue to improve our infirmaries island-wide. The final phase of the $200 million project financed by the National Housing Trust is well underway, and I want to repeat again the gratitude of the local authorities to the National Housing Trust for this assistance. Mr. Speaker, in the parish of Manchester, they have just completed the female ward in Manchester. In St. Elizabeth, the new administrative building is almost completed. Work is going on in Portland on a new female ward. St. James, a new male ward. Westmoreland, a new male ward and matron quarters. These are well advanced, Mr. Speaker, and will be completed before the end of this current financial year. You will recall last year I announced an initiative involving the assignment of dietitians and physiotherapists to all our institutions. And I must report to this Honourable House that the Ministry of Finance have provided the funding, and these positions now exist where we are now offering specialist care to the residents in our infirmary. Never happened before, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, we have gone a little further. Last year, we introduced what we call a therapeutic park. And this will now become a permanent feature of our infirmary. The first one was built in Santa Cruz. So, this facility, Mr. Speaker, will offer some level of relaxation for the residents in the infirmary. And I know, Mr. Speaker, that based on the response, and Member Redwood, you know about you know about it, right? And he and the member welcomes it because it is of benefit to that growing population within our infirmaries. We are rescuing our homeless population. Currently, there is almost 2,000 Jamaicans who are living on the streets of this country. I can't speak about it because in my own constituency, I have the greatest portion of persons living on the street across Jamaica in the downtown Kingston area. Mr. Speaker, we are moving to address that. We are now in the process. I was in Trelawney, and the member from North Trelawney was there because it was in his constituency where we opened. Yes, and I must say that the drop-in facility in Trelawney, I must give the mayor and the councillors a big up because it is a fantastic facility that was built for the care of the homeless, Mr. Speaker. The one in St. Thomas will be opening in a couple of weeks' time. The demands are growing, Mr. Speaker. In the parish of St. Catherine, no provisions was made. But when we did the survey, we discovered that there's a growing population of homeless Jamaicans in the parish of St. Catherine. And we went and not poverty is increasing. It's just that when you used to put them in a truck and dump them in a pit. So it has nothing to do with poverty. So what we have done, Mr. Speaker, is that, again, I went to the Minister of Finance and made a request. And we got some money. And out of that money, we are now building a brand new facility in Linstead that was never a part of the original program. We care about poor people. We care about these people, Mr. Speaker. So we are doing everything to ensure that we put these people in place, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, there's another sector of Jamaicans that the Ministry of Local Government, through the Poor Relief Department, is taking responsibility for. You have many Jamaicans who have been deported and come back home. A lot of them don't have anywhere to go. So what we are now doing, Mr. Speaker, in the member constituency from Central Kingston, there is 47 Ioban Street, where there was a facility. There is a facility that is there. We are now retrofitting that facility to ensure that those persons who cannot go into the infirmaries, that we make provisions for those persons, and this is being done through the work of the Board of Supervision.